this is just a review for all of us. So what is blood? In TCM, it's not the same as the concept in Western medicine. Blood is the red liquid circulating in the vessels with qi. It nourishes the body and shen, and it is inseparable from qi. Okay. Blood is a form of qi, a dense and material one. Qi infuses life into blood, and without qi, blood would be inert. Blood is derived mostly from gu qi, or food produced by the spleen. Spleen push food qi upwards to the lungs, and then the pushing action of the lungs sends a blood to the heart, sends it the gu qi to the heart, where it is transformed into blood. Blood moistens and nourishes the body, which complements the nourishing action of qi. Blood provides the material foundation for shen, as blood is part of yin and it houses and anchors shen. So if we have problems with blood, magkakaproblema din tayo sa shen. Okay. Here is the flow diagram of how blood is created. It involves the organs, kidneys, stomach and spleen, lungs, and the heart. So we have two sources of blood. One is the pre-heaven source of blood, which is the kidneys. From the kidney, it produces the marrow. And the yuan qi from the kidneys acts on the marrow to produce blood. The second source is the post-heaven source of blood, which comes from the food and liquids that we take. It's digested in the stomach, transformed by the spleen as gu qi, and sent into the lungs, then pushed to the heart to produce blood. Okay. So for the functions of blood, first, blood nourishes the body. Blood is circulated by heart, which governs blood. It circulates around the body, carrying nourishments to all organs, muscles, tendons, and tissues. And the qi helps blood to do this. Second function is it moistens the body. The liver blood moistens the eyes and sinews, the skin, and hair. Heart blood, on the other hand, moistens the tongue and nourishes the shen. Blood houses the mind, or the shen. It helps anchor the mind, helping us to have clear thought. So when you are blood deficient, you experience anxiety and unclear thinking. Okay. So what happens if we have problems with blood? First, we have here blood deficiency. This can be due to not enough qi to move blood, or the blood is not being produced. Usually, we relate this to the spleen's inability to move gu qi for blood production. So wala rin tayong kinakain, walang magagawang gu qi yung ating spleen. Another cause could be excessive bleeding, which could also lead to blood deficiency. Okay. Among the clinical manifestations of blood deficiency are pale complexion, pallor, pale lips, pale, thin and dry tongue, insomnia, dizziness, vertigo, blurring of vision, palpitations, numbness of hands and feet, fatigue, pale face. In blood deficiency, it affects the whole body. So the tongue will look pale with thin coating, and the pulse will be thin. Okay. Another problem would be blood stasis. This happens if qi is weak or stagnant, then it may fail to move the blood. So qi stagnation could lead to blood stasis, and this may develop tumors. Blood stasis can also be caused by trauma. So among the manifestations, clinical manifestations of blood stasis are the following: the sharp pain that is fixed in location, dull complexion, tumors, cysts or swelling of the organs, mostly of the liver. So in blood stasis, the tongue is purple and or with purple spots. The pulse will be deep, choppy, maybe a little wiry. So another problem with blood is heat in the blood. This usually results from internal heat generated by disharmony of other organs, usually the liver. Among the clinical manifestations are the following: reckless bleeding, like hemorrhage, bleeding between cycles, and others. And there is also restlessness and irritability. Heat in the blood also presents with skin problems, a deep red tongue, and a rapid pulse.